Hello, welcome to another episode of Informers. I'm here with Nicole Morales from Auckland, New Zealand. She'll be talking to us about Pilates and then giving you some overview of what she actually do down under. Okay, and here it is. I'd like to introduce you everybody to Nikki. Welcome, Nick.
Hi.
Hello,
Thank
hello.
you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you also for uh, giving us time to share your ideas about Pilates. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna fire away. I'll ask you what Pilates is all about. Okay, just to give our listeners or viewers what is actually Pilates all about. Can you just give us some input about it?
Okay. Yeah. So in history, Pilates was made by an American, which his name is Joseph Pilates. So it was initially called contrology. So contrology because movements are controlled.
Yeah.
So as the years evolved, Pilates, as you know, the years go by, it has evolved from different ideas. It has improved a little bit. So there's a lot of if you go and search Pilates, there's so much um, literature about it. So many people are have done their own um, have added some of their ideas to it. So in general, Pilates is more of trying to manage your flexibility, strengthening your core, and yeah, in general, just like yoga as well, it helps you, um, be more flexible in a way. So yeah.
Good. Do you in Pilates? Do you guys use like any equipments for training, or is it just body weight training and all that?
Mm.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. Um, there's a there's a lot of equipments that you can use in Pilates. So there's like a reformer, there's a barrel, there's a trapeze that looks like a four bed post machine, and there's just mat. So
Okay.
yeah, you can actually use mat, especially right
Okay.
now we're in a pandemic. There's mat exercises that you can do. And then yeah, it's basically there's a broad range of Pilates movements that you can do.
So, so basically, you can practice Pilates at home then. Yeah.
Yes, at home you can do that definitely. If you have like enough space for a mat, you can do those exercises.
Okay, that's great. So, for beginners, all you need to get is just a piece of mat. Yeah.
Yes, a piece of mat, and then um, later on you could probably get a what do you call this, the TheraBand, or a small ball, a chi ball, we
Okay.
call it a chi ball, and those are like accessories that you could use in junction with the Pilates movements that you will be doing.
Oh,
So yeah.
oh, TheraBand. So you also use TheraBand, yeah, for
Yes,
workouts. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
definitely. Because the TheraBand can actually help you and assist you in some of the movement. Because
Mhm.
the TheraBand, I know we use it for stretching. It's
Yeah.
almost the same. You can use it for stretching. You can use it to assist you in a roll up. It's like from lying down, you can do like a full setup, like a roll
Mhm.
up. You can use the TheraBand as well. And then just to stretch out some of your muscles, like your your shoulders, your biceps or your triceps. You can use a whole lot of exercises for the TheraBand.
Yeah. I use
Yeah.
TheraBand mainly for activation, muscle activation prior to
Yes.
lifting. So I use TheraBand for my
Yeah, the
exercise.
same thing. It's the same thing. There are a lot of Pilates movements that you would say, "Oh, I didn't know it was a Pilates movement," because some people can actually do it, in the gym, or prior to working out, they use it as a means of warming up or even cooling down.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of similarities, but the main focus is, as long as you're using the right muscles, you're moving the right way, you're trying to be encouraging your spine to be more flexible, then that's Pilates.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I was gonna. How long does normally a Pilates session
Last.
last? Is it like a
Oh,
30-minute session? Is it an
mm,
hour? Or how long does it
yeah,
normally last?
lately it's there's been a lot of there's a lot of studios that offer quick Pilates sessions, like 30 minutes to an hour. But a full Pilates session would be for an hour.
An hour session.
Yeah,
Like,
an hour
and how
session.
how often can you train Pilates? Can you do that every day, or do you
Yeah,
normally just do it like twice a week, 3 times a
oh,
week, or
yeah, so
yeah?
it clearly depends on the client. If they would want more out of it, doing it 3 to 4 times a week would help. Some people actually do Pilates as a rehab. It helps with your injury. Like for me, for example, I had the back injury before I did Pilates, and
Okay.
that's when I realized Pilates is very important because when I had the back injury, I thought it was just me using the wrong muscles.
Mhm.
I thought it was just that, but it was actually not me utilizing
The
my
rest of the
core,
muscles. Yeah.
everything that all the other muscles that I should be using. So in that way, Pilates can be something that could help you recover from injury, prevent injury in the future as well. So,
Uh,
yeah.
it's like a prehab and a rehab program. Yeah,
Yes,
basically.
definitely. Yeah.
It's a prehab workout. Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
good. So at least it would give our viewers an idea that you can do it 3 times a week. Sometimes, I've done yoga, and then I said once a week, or I've done Pilates once a week. So I mean, you telling us that you can do it 3 to 4 times a week,
Mm.
which is for those people who are trying to recover from an injury, then they can actually really work themselves.
Yeah, they can because you work with um so Pilates, you can modify the exercises. Like for example, if you have um a leg injury, then of course we would try to not work your leg, but to strengthen all the other muscles that you would need in order for you to recover well. So you could do some glute work or ab work. So you could strengthen your core, your glutes, which is your butt muscles. So basically, strengthening the core would help you strengthen especially your lower back muscles as
Yeah.
well, which would prevent you from having any more injuries. So yeah.
Yeah, just I'll stop you there. When we're talking about core, I mean, you're an
Mm,
instructor, I'm an instructor, so we both know what a core is.
yes.
So for our listeners, the newbies, the beginners, what does a core entails? Which is a core? Which is it just my abs? So what's a core? Can you tell me what's a core?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll take it for example, like you're lifting an object from the floor. So basically, lifting that object would entail you not just your arms to actually carry it, but for your abs to stabilize you going down. Because if we don't have good core muscles, so the core is like a corset
Yeah.
basically. If you dissect a human's body, the abs is not just the core is not just the abs. It covers the whole trunk. the whole trunk of
Mhm.
your body. So everybody has abs. It's
Yeah,
just a matter of taking down all the other
that's
layers.
covering the abs. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So no one shouldn't, no one will say, no one can say that I don't have abs. Well, for aesthetic reasons, people would say,
yeah,
oh, you don't have abs, right? But we all have abs because you won't be able to stand if you don't have any,
Mhm.
right? So that's where the injury happens sometimes because you don't you haven't strengthened the correct muscles. You haven't, I don't want to say engage, because engaging is not a natural thing. It should
yeah,
actually come naturally. So from the training that I did, we avoid saying engaging the right muscles. We actually concentrate on breathing, because when you breathe, that's when you engage the right muscles. So the training that I did is that you actually, when you move, that's when you take a deep breath, inhale, and then you exhale as you move. So the diaphragm at the same time, all the other muscles would work without you actually thinking about, I have to engage this
yeah,
one, I have to like engage this one or that one. So basically the core is something that you have to strengthen in order for you to avoid injury and for you to be able to move effectively. So
yes,
yeah, so it covers the whole, the whole trunk from your
yeah,
front to your back and actually down into your glutes, which is your buttocks as well. So that's the reason why some people that have back injuries, they have poor core, unfortunately. So what happens is that their back tries to compensate
yeah,
with the failed, you know, abdominal muscles. And then that's where if it gets longer, if it becomes a chronic pain in the back, that's when it goes down into your glutes. That's when you feel, oh, there's a pinch here in my glutes. I can't,
yeah.
because that's the time your glute muscles are actually compensating for your back muscles
Compensating. Yeah,
when your back muscles are actually compensating for your abs.
yeah,
That's the reason why we try to protect, our core, our abs, to strengthen our abs, to make sure, it helps us move around. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Because
that's
your lower back is only it's got small muscle only the lower back.
exactly,
Try
exactly.
to compensate for the rest of your core.
Mm,
It's just it's just an injury to happen. Like it's gonna happen if that's how you
yeah.
move. Yeah,
Yep.
if you use
Yep.
the wrong muscle, like
Yeah.
just bending using just the lower back,
Yep.
that's gonna give eventually. Yeah,
Yep. Definitely. And if your work entails you to, move around, like pull, push a lot, or rotate, because
twisting and turning,
rotation, you would have to have really good um
trans
obliques as
oblique.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah, you transfers abdominal, so you really have to make sure these are all like trained or
yes.
strengthened. Yeah, so that's it.
All right, great, awesome. Yeah, that's a good what I call the one good explanation of what a core is because people are so focused on the aesthetic part of the core, which is
Yes.
the six pack. Yeah. So they say, I want to have a six pack. So the whole core is sure. You really need to train all of your core. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not just that six pack, and then that's why you said trying to just do sit ups sometimes
Mm.
it's not really the best
No,
medicine for that
it
one
won't
because
be
you're just it's a
yeah.
repetitive movement and then again you're just gonna get closer to injury. Yeah, so
Mm. There's actually so many ways that we can strengthen our core, not just by sit-ups.
mhm.
There's so many ways. Like for example, you're sitting down, you lift your leg up into your chest. That's working your abs
It's already working. Yeah,
already. Yeah. So you want to take it into another level, you stretch your leg. So trying to
and,
lift your leg, maintaining
and
that
then
leg up,
Extend it. Yeah.
you're actually working your lower abs already. So those are
Yeah.
some, there are so many exercises that you can do, not just sitting,
Doing crunches.
just crunches and sitting up. Because even with sitting up, some people don't do it correctly.
Yeah, they
That's when
crank
you
their neck.
strain
They
your
crank their neck. They
neck.
do. Yeah. So
Yes.
crank their
So
neck. So
actually, so with if you do, there's a difference with doing a crunch with how you should do it in Pilates. So
yeah.
you control your movement, and that's when you maximize the muscles that you should be doing.
Yeah.
It's not just a repetition, it's making sure that you're actually using the right muscles when you're moving. So
Yes.
even if I do 100 crunches, I will not get the same
Yeah.
effect if I do it correctly with having my um, neck hanging, not pulling my neck, and working from here, from my
Yeah.
core, from my
Yeah.
abs itself, or thinking that you're flexing forward, flexing your thoracic
Yeah.
spine instead of actually just pulling your neck
Contracting
up.
your. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So there's a lot of there's if you do Pilates correctly, it's not easy. Because some people
Mm.
say, "Oh, it's easy. You just have to do this, do that." No, if you're doing it correctly, my gosh, just 3 repetitions of an exercise
Mm.
would make you would make you sweat.
But yeah, I know because they are more of a, how do I say it? Like isometric workout. Is it right? Yeah.
Isometrics, yes,
They're more isometric
yes,
workout.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not as flexible as anybody, so I had very bad flexibility myself,
We all
which
have we all have limitations.
yeah. So I got very
Yeah.
bad flexibility because I used to play a lot when I was young, but obviously back in the days there are no coaches who tells you
Yeah.
do this, do that. No, no,
Mm,
no aftercare. Like after you,
exactly.
there's no
Exactly.
like no prehab, no rehab, no warm down, nothing
Mm,
like that.
yeah.
Just do your own thing. Then
Just do yeah.
as you grow older, you just find out, oh my, well, I should have done those stretching and this and
Yeah.
that. And anyway, so it's still what I call, for me, it's a work in progress. I do them,
Mm,
and I remember it takes a lot of time, and my children are laughing at me because, Papa, you can't do it. I go, just ignore me, just ignore me. Let me do my thing because I can't do it. Like hamstring is very tight. It's like
yeah.
maybe my glutes or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's hard work. That's what you said. Like, oh, you're gonna sweat. Doing it.
Yeah.
So
And the key here is consistency. You just really have to do it. Like for example, you don't have
yeah,
to do Pilates. Um you don't have to just do Pilates. If your thing is, like me, my thing would be boxing.
mm,
I see it as a yang. That's my active,
yeah,
active part. And
mm,
then my yin and
yeah,
yang, my yin
yeah,
would be where I recover, and that's Pilates because you would need you would need flexibility in boxing as well.
mm,
So Pilates would ensure that you don't have tight hams,
yeah,
you don't have tight hip flexors because you have to be moving really
yeah,
fast, right? So yeah, so it's a matter of finding that balance. What do you
yeah.
enjoy? You probably enjoy you know um yin yoga. That's fine, right? Because those exercises, it's similar. If you actually look at it, they have similar movements, yoga and Pilates, but there's a
Different
certain
focus.
aspect which is more of spiritual with yoga. It's
Yeah,
more of
they've
a
got spiritual.
lifestyle. Yes.
Yeah,
So yeah, but they're like cousins basically for me.
yeah,
If you're gonna look at it, they're quite cousins. Some people might disagree with that, but I've
yeah.
been doing yoga as well, so I'm like, they have
Mm.
like same, same,
Similarities,
same,
yeah.
yeah,
Similarities. Because you can actually
similarities.
you can actually use Pilates like an active recovery. No,
Yes.
yeah, for
Yep.
active recovery. Yeah, for
Yep.
workouts. Like today, if I had like
Yes.
a very hard workout yesterday, so today I'm saying I'm gonna have a chill day, so I'll just
Yep.
focus on Pilates. So I do my core workout, your flexibility.
Yep.
So it's more of an active recovery day. So
Yeah.
I'll do
It's
Pilates. Yeah,
Yeah, it's full body actually. So if we're teaching Pilates, you make sure that you integrate the whole body. So one part would be like your warm up. The second part would be abs. Third
yeah,
part would be your upper arms, upper
mhm,
extremities, and then
yeah.
your lower extremities, and then your last part would be your full body integration, which is when your
Okay.
body is, warmed up already, and then your heart rate's up, because that's the only way that you could actually maximize that 1 hour session. And
Yeah,
after that, you would just notice, oh my God, you won't notice the time. You'll be like, oh my gosh, that was 1 hour. That was quick. It was like sweating and you were just on the
yeah.
mat. So yeah.
So at the end of your session, you put everything
Yes,
to
you
do
put
a full
everything.
body workout. Yeah, to be a
Yeah,
full
a
body
full
workout.
body integration. Yes, yes.
Mhm.
So it
Yeah,
clearly depends on what the client wants,
yeah,
what what you want your clients to feel after. So you work with them. Like some most of the time I would ask my clients, like, what do you guys want from this session today? Some would would say, oh, we want a lot of abs, you know, or
yeah,
they would say, can we just chill? Can we do some recovery? Can we just
yeah.
stretch out? So it's making them feel it's their session and it's not
Yeah.
just you, you know,
Okay, so it's
giving them orders.
yeah, so it's more of a you
Yeah.
got personalized
It
approach to
is,
training. Then
yes.
yeah, it's not
Yes.
like coming
So
into a boot camp. Yeah,
yes, and they're like, oh my gosh.
yeah,
Ideally, it has to be there should be um a session wherein you get to know your client. So
mm,
if it's a private session, I always like, have a sit down with them.
mhm.
I would ask them, what their goals are. Most of the time their goals are to have abs.
Yeah. All right.
So I that's when I clarify, okay, we'll work on that, but I want you to know that it's not more of aesthetic. It's more of, guarding, protecting you from injury, because this is where we get our how should I say it? Like power
Yes,
for the
yes.
day.
Mhm.
So yeah, and then they would say, oh, I want to feel good about myself, because it's not just Pilates, it's moving. Moving makes you feel good about yourself, gaining confidence, making you feel, even if you feel like you're a little bit, you've gained weight, just exercise that. Whatever you do, just move. And after that, you'll be like, oh, I'm the sexiest person alive. It's like that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I know
so yeah.
that's it's same thing with me when I work out. Sometimes you have days where you're like, oh, I don't feel like doing anything, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll start my day with a slow workout, something slow.
Yep.
Just keep
Yep.
get myself moving. Something very slow, very basic, and it's very basic. And then eventually, after 4 minutes, you feel a bit warmed up. And then if I don't
Mm,
feel like doing some more, so I'll go another 4 minutes of a easy workout, and then that's it. Maximum of
exactly.
10 minutes. So I think I'm back. You know, okay, I'm ready for more. And then, but you just have
Right.
to,
See?
yeah, you just really
Yep.
have to prime yourself to do it.
Exactly. You just have to push yourself to move whatever way it will be. Just 10 minutes and you
Yeah,
feel, so much better
yeah,
after that. You don't have to be thin. You don't have to be fit to actually do Pilates. It's for everyone because everybody moves.
you're right.
So yeah, it's because people have this like idea wherein, oh, you have to be um thin or like
Flexible already.
thin
Do you
or
need to be
fit,
flexible to
flexible
do
to do it. No,
it?
it's not. It's for
No.
everyone. it's for everyone who has a body and is moving,
Okay.
then you should be doing Pilates. Yeah.
So I still
That's
have a
that's for
chance.
me.
I still have a chance at Pilates. Yay!
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. No, because I was doing yoga mainly is for my stretches and all that. So I just do
Mm,
like yoga stretches and all
that's
that.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. I was
In
thinking like,
in my yeah, in my non-Pilates days, I do yoga as well because it helps you, it has more of a spiritual aspect to it.
yeah.
And you could integrate that with Pilates. That's why you could see yogi lattes. I'm sure you
Oh,
guys have heard about that,
mhm.
right? Some teachers actually teach yoga and they teach Pilates because they're
Pilates.
almost the same and they just try to marry those two. And, you know, it works.
Yeah. Right.
So, yeah.
So almost because they've got almost the same goal. Plus, you just add the spiritual part of the yoga with
Yes.
that
Yeah.
one. So I guess that's
Yeah.
how you guys can make it work. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
And that
definitely.
one. Yeah.
Like for me with Pilates, what I do, because I do meditation as well, in a class, I would always start with meditation, like 5 to 10 minutes. It's either meditation or a body scan, because you want to integrate that breath. You want to slow down your heart rate. You want to make sure your client actually forget everything and anything out the door and just concentrate in that time that they have promised themselves, which is just 1 hour. So it's 1 hour of doing a bit of self-care, and that's one, slowing down and
Yeah.
moving. So does that make sense? Like slowing down and moving. It's like slowing down your breath, your thoughts,
Yeah.
and then moving, encouraging your body to actually move.
Yeah.
So
People
yeah.
people don't understand it. Like when you exercise. For me, for example, I do a lot of walking or running. So when I go
Yeah.
outside, when I do my walking or run or jog, that's what you said. It's more of a self care. So I go out. I'm on my own,
Yeah.
and I can think of whatever I want to think.
Anything else?
I
Yeah,
just walk, fresh air coming in, and then you just
exactly.
move your body, keep on moving. That's why I said
Mm,
so it's just good way of meditating. Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
There's actually a thing called like active meditation because there's like heaps of meditation um methods. And
yeah.
even if like what you said, you're running and
Mhm.
that's your way of meditating, that's
Yeah,
it. Because some people cannot sit still and meditate. As long as you're concentrating in your breath, your
breathing.
surroundings, breathing, yourself, that's meditation
Yeah, I know.
already.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be someone who's like sitting still, making
Sitting
sure you
still.
don't have thoughts. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Like people would argue with me probably with that type of meditation. But for me, as long as you're concentrating in yourself, the now and your breath, for me, that's meditation.
Meditation. Cool. Yeah.
Mm.
So what I'm actually doing is more of active meditation because I go out on my own.
Mm.
I think I got
Yeah.
used to working out on my own, so I'm always in my little world when when I do things. So
Yes.
I'm so used to
Yeah.
talking to myself when I go out. So I
That's
just go,
all good.
yeah, I just carry on and all that. So it's it's a good way of trying to release whatever's stressors you have,
Stress.
and
Mm.
then eventually, because that's what you said, you're moving your body, then happy hormone kicks in. You got your endorphins there.
Exactly.
Then you
Exactly.
feel better
Yeah,
after.
especially nowadays, I think we have to deal with a lot of external factors.
Mhm.
And also, so basically, people are, um, they have no choice but to actually go internally, like in the way we're
Yeah,
in, they have to stay at home. So you can't go out, right? So people have to deal with home workouts,
yeah,
trying to make use of whatever equipment you have at home, And in a sense, you're actually going internally in yourself because you have less stimuli.
Yeah.
So that's when meditation comes in, concentrating on the now,
Yeah.
mindfulness. So that's, I think, for the couple of months, that's going to be a really good way of looking at what's happening right now.
Mhm.
Because,
Mindfulness. Yeah.
your mental health, basically. Because health, as we know, um, it's multifactorial. So it's not
Mhm.
just physical health, it's mental health, psychological health, it's
Yeah.
spiritual health. So yeah, so it's a lot of things
It is.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're trying to the group informers. That's what we're trying to uh, share to our viewers, our listeners,
Mm,
that uh, physical health is only one factor of health and fitness. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's why you got your. That's why you just said the mental
Mm,
well-being. It's more on a holistic
yeah.
approach. Yeah, it's a holistic approach
Exactly.
of being fit.
Well,
Like, yeah, you might look good physically, but you're not mentally
mm,
stable. So
exactly.
that's nothing. Yeah. So
Mm,
and then vice versa.
yeah.
So if you can get them all singing in harmony, then that would just be a
Mm.
perfect, perfect way. So
Because um like like what you said, like for example, like you have to be, if you're going through something, what's the first thing that a therapist would actually tell you? They would ask you, have you moved? Have you been exercising? Because that's when, you try to release those good hormones from your
yeah,
body, and it goes into your brain, which actually affect how you're thinking as
and how
well.
you feel.
So,
Yeah,
it's, yeah, I read this book actually. It's called The Telomere Effect.
hmm
So I don't know if some viewers, it's not Pilates related, but it's
yeah,
related, health related, health well-being related.
mhm.
Wherein a person, it's a whole study that was done for years. They actually won a Nobel Prize for this. I'm not sure if it's a Nobel Prize, but it's a known study. It's telomere effect. Because basically, it's the main idea of it is when you think of something, your body reacts to it. So if you think
True.
that you're healthy, you're happy, your body would show that
Will
basically. So if
manifest.
you
Yeah,
it would manifest in your body. So if you feel like you're weak, then you're weak. You won't
it
be
will be.
able to lift it. Yeah.
Yes,
So it goes with, with you. If you think that you're not capable of doing this thing, then your body would shut down. Your body won't, okay,
automatically.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna do anything. You won't be able to do it. So it starts in your head. It starts with an idea. It starts
everything
with the
starts there.
self-awareness. Yeah. So like for me, I didn't actually know that I was capable of doing Pilates or, even doing boxing.
Yeah,
It's knowing my personality. But then I realized, I said, oh, I think I would be able to do it. And I did do it. So it's just a matter of, it's in your head.
good,
It's
yeah,
in your head. Anybody can move.
yeah. I mean, when
Yeah.
somebody asked me on my previous podcast, like, what not my previous. I was interviewed in another podcast. They were asking me like,
Yeah.
what was my challenges when I was here on the island when I was starting the martial arts part. So I mean, I think the main challenge I had was myself, not
Mm.
external. It's like that's what you said. Can I do it? Like you
Yeah.
start asking yourself like, should I do this? Can I actually do it? So
Yeah.
that's the mental battle that I had to go through.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I
Gaining
break through that one,
confidence.
yeah,
Mm.
confidence. As soon as I managed to break through that, then I just, I did it. That's it. So
See? There you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
It proves
So
the telomere effect.
yeah, that's it. That's it. To be honest, yeah, a lot of that. Recently, I did the London Marathon as well
Mm,
for hospice care Isle of Man.
wow.
I only did the training for 25 days as a part of a challenge. Like I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm going to do this. It was a virtual London Marathon first because of the pandemic. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they did a virtual one. So I did one here on the island with less training. Well, I did as much training as I can. I said I was hoping that my previous training can, support me on this challenge. So I did
Yeah.
it. I did it. I did the actual marathon and all that. But there's a lot of mental game
Exactly.
on that one because I'm not used to
Mm,
doing long runs. So
mm.
it's all mental challenge. You keep on talking to yourself. I was doing it on my own on the road walking. Like when you're trying to run on your own, and then all you can see is just like fields and fields and fields because
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
so. But with the help of friends and people who supported me on that,
Yeah.
like that kept me going. It motivated me to this. I'll do this. I'll
Go
do
and
this.
finish
So
it.
and finish it. Yeah. So it's what you said. It's a lot mental. Once you get through the mental part, then you can do
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
everything. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Definitely.
Yeah. So when you work, we've digressed a little bit, but that's still part of being fit. Yeah. Fitness. You need to have mental well-being. Basically, plays a big factor in your physical activity as well. Yeah.
Definitely, it does. Because you have to, nowadays, you have to protect yourself. You have to build resilience. May it be resilience internally or resilience with your body. Basically, strengthening your body, making
I
sure
think
you've got
so.
a good core there.
Yeah. There you go. Back on track.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. Any last advice for our newbies, people who wanted to do Pilates, who wants to, what I call the one, get hold of you doing
Yeah.
online
Ye-
Pilates? I'm sure they
Yeah.
can contact you through email, and then it's
Yes.
gonna be
So,
worldwide. Everybody can
mm,
hold you. Like it's all just a matter of sending you an email and
messaging. Yeah.
messaging. Yeah.
So, I mean, for everyone, just make that first move, literally. So, yeah, and then if you guys want to, connect with me, I'm available to do some online classes with you, one-to-one class. I just have a little bit of limitation with how many people I would be able to get in a month. But I'll make space. It's just in my Instagram account. So my Instagram account is at Nicole M Pilates. Or you can send me an email at nicolempilates@gmail.com and we could chat about it. I'm happy to help you guys if you're feeling like you're not too confident in starting. But just, send me a DM, connect with me. I'm happy to just chat. So,
All right. Thank you very
all
much, Nicole. That's
right.
a very lovely chat we had there about Pilates. You've given
Yes.
me personally uh, good information that I can
Yes.
use it as a prehab and a rehab workout. And with all the viewers watching, I'm sure they've picked a lot of information on that uh,
Yay. I hope.
talk. Yes. And thank you very much. And I hope to see you soon. Okay.
Okay. See
All right.
ya.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.